What's going on, guys? Twilight here, bringing you another Monster Hunter video. In today's video we're going to be talking about the final boss in Monster Hunter Iceborne. There's a spoiler warning here, guys, obviously. This is going to be the final boss, so if you guys don't want to see anything like that, you don't want to know the armor, you don't want to know how to farm the part, click away from the video now. This is your only warning. Alright, for those of you that are still here, thank you so much for watching the video. So now we're going to be talking about the we'll call him the Ish. Anyways, he's the Shara Ishvalda. So in order to farm the Tenderplates, you're going to need to break its face and have that piece of the face fall off. So in order to do that, you're going to need to use a blunt weapon. So you could either use a hammer or you can use a hunting horn, or I don't know, for the gun variants, if you're using some type of blunt damage for guns, you could probably break the face. No other weapon can break it besides a blunt weapon. So if you don't have a hammer, or you don't know how to use a hammer, or you don't know how to use a hunting horn, you're probably not going to be able to break this part. So that being said, this is what you need to do, guys. We're going to take a look at everything here, but essentially put on part breaker and then you're going to be hitting the face. Now the only time you need to really focus on the face is when you get to the second part of the fight, when it transforms into its second form after the rock form. That's when you're going to need to focus on the face. If you do enough blunt damage to it, it'll come off and then you'll be able to carve it twice and it yields 100% Shara Ishvalda Tenderplate. So you always get 2 carves and it always is the Tenderplates if you get that piece off. In any case, you guys can see the armor in the background. It is a really good armor set. So I know a lot of people were having trouble farming this part, the Tenderplate, so I figured I would make this video so that those who aren't aware of how to do it, the easiest way to farm these is definitely to have your blunt weapon user farm, hit the face as much as possible to destroy it. Anyways, we're gonna take a look at the armor in a second here, but breaking the face is actually a little bit harder in multiplayer because this boss doesn't really have a lot of health, so its health pool is pretty low compared to some other final bosses. So you'll more than likely end up killing it way faster than you would break the face. So if you're gonna do this, I recommend either going to do it with a group that knows that that's exactly what you're trying to do, or do it solo. Typically I try to run it solo because I have more focus on what I need to do to break the face, but you could do 1 or 2 more people as a team in order to take it down. As soon as you have one person doing more damage than they need to, and they're not doing blunt damage to the face, the boss will probably die before you break the face. Either way, you don't have to have part breaker to break this, but if you do have part breaker, it just makes the match so much easier in terms of breaking the face and other parts. I recommend, if you're not able to hit the face, focus on hitting the arms as much as possible, and then you can break the arms, and then when you break the arms, he falls down, and then you can attack the face for a lot of damage. Or, if, as you can see in the background, my cat paralyzed it, you can always paralyze it just to have it stand still so that your hammer users could get some free hits in. If you manage to KO it, it stays down for quite a while, and if you have multiple people using blunt weapons, this is a perfect time for you guys to do massive damage to be able to break the face. As you can see in the background, you break the arm, he always falls down, and then you get some free damage to the head in order to be able to take off that piece. Essentially his head is like the Baroth scalp. You can't take it off with any other weapon besides a blunt damage weapon, so that's what you need to keep in mind. As you can see, I'm attacking its arms to break it, and then when he falls down, I just go in for a lot of damage to the face. Um, but that is really the only 100% guaranteed way of breaking its face, and then when you break the face, you are guaranteed to get at least 2 Shara Ishvalda Tenderplates. Um, anyways, uh, you know, I'll leave the rest of the video up, guys, for you guys to look at. But as you can see here, I broke the face again with the hammer. It's not too hard if you know what you're doing, but this boss is a really fun boss fight. But yeah, as you guys know, this was a clip from the first time I fought it. I broke the face the very first time. I didn't even realize or know that you could break it. But yeah, before I knew what its parts were, I carved unknown cortex, I guess. But it turned out to be tender plates. But yeah, every time you carve from that scalp, it always yields 100% Shara Ishvalda Tenderplates, and the only way for you guys to break it is to use either a hammer or a hunting horn or some other type of blunt damage in order to get that thing to come off. But if you guys successfully do it, it'll come off, you get your 2 tender plates, and you also get a chance at getting more in the rewards. But here, I'm about to show you guys a little bit of the armor here. I showed you at the beginning, but there's a little bit more. There's the beta version. This armor set is really, really good. It has some abilities that are just perfect for defense. When you put on a mantle, essentially you get it's almost like you get a free what do you call it? You get a free Rocksteady mantle just for putting on any mantle. So you get the ability of your regular mantle and a Rocksteady mantle added. So it's just broken. In any case, you can see some of the weapons. They look really cool, and they're some of the strongest weapons in the game too. So you guys can go out there and farm this dude. He is awesome. Really fun fight. If you guys haven't fought him before, or you need help, I could make a guide on it. Definitely let me know in the comments below if you guys want me to do something like that. I think he's pretty easy. I know some people are having a lot of trouble with him, but if you guys would like a guide, let me know. I can do that. But what I recommend in terms of mantles, if you're going to use his armor set, you can use the glider mantle. That is a really good mantle because it has a lot of effect duration, and then the cooldown on it is really low. Or you can use any of your mantles that reduce the elemental attacks. Fire, water, thunder, ice. Those are really good too because they're kind of very similar to the other mantles. But anyways, guys, that was it. Hopefully you learned something in this video. Share the videos if you guys think this will help people learn something new to know how to fight this boss. And go out there and get it done. I know you guys can do it. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Like the video if you liked it, and definitely share it. Anybody you think will find this useful.